COVID overhang, or COVID lag as I call it, we're now experiencing that syndrome in the marketplace, no matter what business field that you're in, whether you're working from home or not working from home, whether you're a builder, whether you're a real estate agent, which is the area that I'm normally involved in both building and real estate, or whatever other type of business, legal practices, whatever it might be, we're now experiencing the hangover, I think, fairly acutely. And everyone's coping with it very, very different. And one of the things that I've learned is when we get home overnight and we're all conversing about our day and what went well and what didn't, we tend to try and put our days in segments. And in our family, what we try and do is discuss the problem things in the morning first thing and not waylay our night with negativity before we go to bed. Now, in having said that, what actually does happen is that the mornings start off where we have the negative banter in relation to the things that we've got to fix and move on with. So we basically troubleshoot, and then we get that out of the way early. So we spend the rest of the day from mid-morning onwards, we spend the rest of the time troubleshooting and fixing the problems. Now, normally what will happen is when we do the review at the end of the business day, we are at a point where we've got some resolution on some problems. On a really good day, we resolve everything, but on a normal day, we don't. We might resolve 50% of those problems, and then we refer them to the next day. But one thing that is acutely clear to me right now is, aside from the COVID period, and I understand as of the news release this morning in 3AW, John, so today being the 23rd of April, there's a new COVID run out in Victoria. Yep, apparently it's prolific. It's spreading like wildfire. It's not as severe as one of the first couple of strains, but they reckon it's prevalent, right? And that was on 3AW this morning, right, with Tom Elliott. So, and he went on a little bit about it because the government have been suppressing some of that information. So what does that tell me? That tells me that every relationship that I have is extremely important to me. So I can cope with the stresses of day-to-day business, but I can cope with the added stresses of the COVID hangover, as I call it. So family and friends are an intrinsic support to me personally and emotionally and clinically, mentally, that I can get through my weeks and my days because I've got that support structure around me. And that's why family and friends are very, very important. And that's why like-minded individuals need to support each other. So it's not just a physical support, but it's also a mental support. So in moving forward in my business and in moving forward in my life, my family relationships and my personal relationships and my business relationships are of huge priority. So I work on those intensely.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. Yeah. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me.